What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I didn't even want to make a fourth video today, but the comments and things that I'm seeing on Twitter, I haven't really posted anything on Twitter in a while. Like mostly what I'm posting is the live streams that I'm doing or things here and there that's happening. But I haven't really posted much on Twitter, and I'm seeing a lot of comments and things around, oh, if the tax comes back, we need to vote no with veto and get this out of here and all of this. And even on the other side, I'm seeing people that are saying, look, if the tax was implemented, we would see this, and we saw a 1.2% tax, and look at the price because of that. None of that is the reason why the price is moving. The reason why the price is moving is because of the community. The reason why the price moves down is because we're not seeing as much money that's flowing into it, as much FOMO at that time. So for people that are complaining on either side, that are saying this is the reason, it's not. We need to come together as a community, and the fact that we're not is the reason why we are struggling, is the reason why we don't see a path forward. So when I implement or when I talk about burns, I say that burns have a larger impact to what the future goal could be, which is decreasing the supply. And every time I get pushback with like, we shouldn't be talking about burns, we should be talking about utility. And then they go and say, burn through utility. You're talking about burns. We need to establish burns in every single way that we can. It makes no sense. These people are dumb. They're stupid. I really just, it just blows my mind how dumb people really are. Like, it's crazy to me that you were saying, hey, we need to focus on utility, we don't need to focus on burns, and then your way to push utility is by saying that we're going to burn through utility. What? What are you talking about? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. It just drives me crazy because I'm like, what do we do from here? What is your plan to decrease the supply? What's your plan going forward? Is it to create utility like we've been creating for the past 18 months or lack thereof? And if that's the case, then we're looking to do absolutely nothing and everybody should sell and we should forget about this position. I don't understand. I really don't. And I can say this time and time again, where are you coming from, and ask these questions, but there's never really a true answer. It's like, we need utility. What utility? What utility? Please, somebody speak up, because I've seen nothing. I've seen nothing to say that we have utility. I've seen a push for a repeg, and the repeg is not even going to have any type of reserve to it, so the repeg won't even hold itself. I've seen people talk about burns through the utility of NFTs, the utility of whatever. There's nothing that anyone has through utility that's going to burn Terra Luna Classic, so that we can bring it back down to where it was, so that we can see the re-implementation of the algorithm. We can see the repeg of USTC. There's nothing that's telling us we're going to get there. It's honestly just, it's frustrating. Like, I want to be a solid part of this community. I believed in this community before anybody believed in it, and I understand where it should go, but I have no say in where it can go because you have validators that only have a certain way. You have validators that only make decisions based off of who's winning. Like, the top validators that are out there, that's the reason why I undelegated from them. Not because Stake Ben voted yes or no, it's because they made a decision. You have all nodes, you have Orion. They have the largest amount of staked Lunic with them, and they're not making any decisions. They're making a decision based off of who's winning. They're voting abstain. Okay, who's winning? It doesn't matter. We're going to vote abstain. Just vote abstain from the beginning then. Why wait and to see what everybody's going to do? Because you don't want to pick one side and be on the wrong side? Like, I don't understand this community. I really don't. I was a part of this community since the very beginning, understood the goal from the beginning, and then after the 1.2% tax was implemented, and 99% of the community said they believe in it. After that, all of a sudden, everything went downhill. I believe this way. I believe this way. I believe this way. What? I don't understand. It's insanely frustrating. It really is. And you can see how frustrated I am because I only care about this community. I do nothing but care about this community and about the future price and max potential and so much more with Terra Luna Classic. I don't only care about the price. but I care about investors being able to make a lot of their money back. And if we look at the long-term goal, no matter what the volume comes down to, if it goes from 100 million to 20 million, we still will burn 10 times more than what we have right now. And more than 10 times more. We'll burn a lot more than what we are at right now. Because we're burning nothing with all the volume that's on chain. And people will say, just focus on the volume that's on chain and get that to increase. People don't want to build on chain because there's not enough volume. They only want to build on chains to where there's volume. So they're moving over to other chains. And if you think that all of a sudden having no tax is going to bring people into this chain to build, you got another thing coming, because that's not the case either. The thing that brings people is volume. The things that bring builders and businesses is volume, right? If you go out on a street, right, and you wanted to put a Dunkin' Donuts there, right, you would say, okay, what's the foot traffic, right? Are people going to be able to get in here? Are we going to be able to have volume, right? And if not, they're not building there, right? They're building on another highway. They're building in another street, in another community, because there's nothing here to build. No offense, like I'm not saying that we can't build something, but we're seeing 0.1% of volume is going through DEX volume. So why are we spending all of this time over here with the DEXs when we should be spending all of this time over here with the CEX volume? That's where they have all the volume. Why do they get all the benefits from trading and getting all these fees and everything there, but we can't get any type of benefits? Like I don't know what else to say. It's something that's just blowing my mind. And then all of the comments to where people are like, you don't know what you're talking about, Matt, because you didn't know about this or you didn't know about that. And we also shouldn't care about burns in 2023 or 2024. It's like in 2022, yes, I supported the burn tax. In 2023, supported the burn tax. Guess what? In 2024, I support burns as well. Decreasing the supply creates it's a deflationary aspect to the overall position. Doesn't need to be there forever, but you can use it or utilize it in order to see the price ceiling increase. Like it's that simple. And what we need is Terra Luna Classic to have that price ceiling increase, because we care about the repeg. We care about the algorithm. We're not going to get that algorithm back in place. We're not going to get the repeg back in place without seeing this supply decrease. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So I don't know how much like more I can go into this, because it is something that just blows my mind. And every time I think about it, I get more and more hype, not in excitement, but in just disappointment of like, anyone who just goes, okay, we need to do this, and then provide no solution whatsoever. If you're on both sides, I'm talking to both of you. I'm not talking to people that just support the burn tax or just don't support the burn tax. I'm talking about the entire community. We're trying to push these narratives to pin one side against another. Why? We're all the same community, right? Why are we doing that? You have the people that care about the burn tax that are saying, the burn tax was implemented here. Look, the price rose, and then the burn tax went down, and now all of a sudden everything's decreasing. That's not the reason why everything decreased. That's not. The reason why everything decreased is because the FOMO died off. The fear of missing out died off as you started to get to some of these higher prices, and people started to make money from it, because people invested at the same spot that I invested in, and I know some of those people that took a decent amount of profit. I only invested $43. I know someone that invested $1,000. They made a hell of a lot of money from this, all the way up to 0.0006. And that's not even to the highest point it can get to. But you know what? They're happy with that because they sold their investment, right? But then people are believing that the reason why they sold is because of the burn tax. No, or the reason why they sold is because of not having the burn tax, right? No. The reason why they sold is because they made a boatload of money and they wanted to protect that money. So then they sold a lot of it. Did they sell all of it? No. But I can tell you that they made hundreds of thousands of dollars from it, and they were excited. Some people made thousands of dollars. They were excited. I made thousands of dollars off of a $43 investment. I was excited. I still have thousands of dollars sitting in there off of that $43 investment. I am excited. But you know what I can't get excited about is the fact that this community stays fighting against one another over where we're going, and we can never choose a correct path. This is why Binance will eventually stop burning, is because we don't know what the hell we're doing. They believe that we would find something to figure out what we're doing, and we didn't do that. So when they do stop burning, it's not going to be a shock to the world. But it is going to be something where one side says, see, it's because of you, and one side says, see, it's because of you. That's just how it's going to go, and it bothers the hell out of me. What do I do from here? Right? I want to support it. I want to continue to support it. I really don't want to focus on one side or the other. What I want to do is be pro good ideas. It's starting to turn into a political debate. It's like, hey, get online and debate with me. No, I'd rather not. What I want to do is understand what a good solution is, not just go, hey, this is horrible and you suck and nobody should follow this person ever because they're out of touch. Like, come on now. Like, wake up, grow up, and understand that this community needs to come together in order to build the right thing, to get us back to the right price, and to establish what we know should have been there probably within this last year. We should have seen this happen. That's why I put out all of these videos talking about how Luna can get to a certain level in 88 days. It could have. It really could have. But we're the ones that are setting that back. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. Actually, I have a lot more to say, but I'm just going to cut it there because I'm tired of speaking and my voice is starting to get all messed up. And I didn't even plan this video. This is all just completely off the top of the head. You know, I don't like where the community is. I really don't. And we need to be at a better spot because I love Terra Luna Classic. I love where I entered it. I love the community that I built from the beginning, the people that support Terra Luna Classic. It doesn't matter about the burn tax or not. I've stated that I'm not going to try and increase the burn tax at all. Let's just settle on what we do have and try and have a middle ground, compromise. Get the exchanges to burn at a 0.5% rate. It doesn't matter. Get something done so that we can see something, because at this point, we're going to lose all type of popularity and it's going to completely fall. And then one side is going to blame the other. This side is going to blame that side. And we're just still going to be in a horrible spot. And then I'm not going to be supporting it any more from that. I'll probably sell at that point, or maybe a little bit before that point, because honestly, it's very tiring going on Twitter and seeing both sides or all sides arguing against each other and saying, this is why we believe it should be here, and nobody's actually hearing anybody out. I can understand if they're debating and somebody hears the other person out. When I debate, it's about putting your information out there. What's the right information? Do you feel as though that this could work, right? Is there any option to where this can work? Find solutions. But what people want to do is just be right. Why? Why do you just want to be right? Is it because it helps stroke your ego? Like, is that the reason why? We don't need to just be right. We need to find the right solutions, the solutions that work, and get it done. If we have proven that builders don't want to build because we went 18 months, 19 months without actually getting anything built on chain, and people will say it's because we had a 0.2% burn tax or a 0.5% burn tax. If you think a tax is a problem, then every government that taxes anyone is just a problem, and we shouldn't spend money because they're taxing us 6%. We shouldn't build businesses because on the money that we generate, we get taxed. So we shouldn't build businesses. We shouldn't do any of that because it stops all the volume. No, it doesn't. There have been taxes for ages, and we've been able to see the volume because of that. Anyways, I said I'm done like 5 times. So guys, hit that like button or don't. I don't care. I just wanted to basically vent to everyone. So I'll catch you in the next one.